I am live again. I had some technical difficulties. Sorry about that, guys. I hope you guys join in with this new stream. I'm messing with some software and totally jacked up. So if you can see me and hear me right now, say that you can see and hear me right now. I was on at 7 a.m. This program, I don't know. What happened? I know. Anyway, we're here. Technical difficulties again on my part. It's January 23rd, 2025. It's a Monday morning. Monday. So, hey, we got Nucci, we got Sir Bonksalot, we got Johnny B, Random. Terry's on here. The 60-year-old Terry had his birthday over the weekend. Did you have a good birthday, Terry? Can't see or hear me. You can see and hear. Okay, so we're up and running. All right, I have to take your word for it. I guess I could log in on my other phone to find out if it's broadcasting properly. But you said you can hear me. Liz! Liz. I've got some good news for you today, Liz. Really, you're going to like this. You're going to like this. You messing with me? Good. Today is National Pink Day, Liz. It's all about you today, Liz. It's National Pink Day. I saw that on the site this morning. I was like, Liz is going to love that. National Pink Day. Who's ready for Monday? B. Oh, Johnny B. You guys are just messing with me. You got me. I'm sitting there going, what have I done wrong again? Oh my gosh. I'm doing our poll real quick. There we go. So there you go. Yeah, National Pink Day, Liz. It's also National Hydration Day. So make sure you drink plenty of water with the big heat wave coming through in the United States anyway. Random is the exception. He's experiencing wintertime right now, so he doesn't have to worry about hydration as much. But still, yeah. International Uncle Terry Day. Terry wears pink stretchy breeches day. Nah, I don't know if... You know, the National Day stuff is supposed to be enlightening and fun. We don't want to scare and traumatize small children, you know? Terry running around with pink stretchy breeches that say pink on the back of them. Oh, man. To get him the Victoria's Secret pink stretchy breeches. Yeah, that'd be unsettling, to say the least. So, I have a new microphone. I'm hoping you guys can hear me really well now. I had retired the old one and got a new one. And it's got this little boom arm so I can move it up and down. And I can position it anywhere I want. So, yeah, give me some feedback. Let me know if this thing's working really good or not. For those of you who didn't watch yesterday, Sweetie is here in my backyard right now. Her and Robert are getting along just fine. Robert did assert his dominance on her one time. He growled and barked at her one time to let her know that he's in charge. Then after that, they just kind of walk around and mind their own business. So it's not like they're frolicking and playing because Sweetie is pretty old. And she's just living out her last, years here, and she's just going to chill. She's got her toys, she's got the bird feeder and stuff, and she has Robert to keep her company. So that's good. When I'm at work, Robert won't be all alone. He'll have somebody he can kind of socialize with and things like that. So she's back. And I did a little 5-minute live stream yesterday where they were introducing themselves to each other, and but it went well. It went well. So all is good. She's here. So yeah, definitely super clear. That's great. This, yeah, I needed a new microphone, and this is where it's at. So awesome. I'm trying to read up on the chat here. She's terrorizing everyone. Addie is. Oh my gosh. Put her in the window of the room, and as people pass by, just have her going like this on the glass. And everybody passes by. Poor Sweetie has her. You can tell she's just a really old dog, and she walks around pretty good, but she's not running anywhere. She does not have, yeah, she's not running anywhere. She used to play fetch a little bit and run, but I don't know. She's just not running right now. Maybe I can get her moving around a little bit more. Maybe she'll start running again. I'm not sure. Doing that one. Hey, he's a little kid. It'll be fine, Liz. It'll be fine. There's your live stream right there. Yeah, do the just have the camera watching him scream at people out the window. It's the Aiden hour. Dun, da, da, da. And then Aiden can sit there and, harass people or scare people or entertain people as they go by the window. I think that would be pretty funny. Oh, wow. I don't know if I should tell this story right now or wait till there's like 5 minutes left, because this story right here is going to dominate the chat. On this day in 1993, I can say one word and you guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's going to just go downhill from there. Are you guys ready? Bobbitt. Lorena Bobbitt chops the beep off her sleeping husband, John Wayne Bobbitt, with a kitchen knife. She flees their home, tossing the severed organ from her car window as she drives away. Bleeding profusely, John had a friend drive him to the Prince William Hospital in Manassas, Virginia. Meanwhile, police officers went searching for the severed organ. After speaking with Lorena, they found it in a field across from a 7-Eleven convenience store. They reportedly put it on ice from the store, wrapped it in a hot dog bag, and rushed it to the hospital. A team of surgeons managed to reattach it in 9.5-hour operation. Lorena Bobbitt from 93. That's the story. Both of them went. She claimed that he was beating her. They went to court about him. The jury said he's good to go. He's not going to jail. They turned around, pressed charges on her. She went to a psychiatric ward for 45 days. Got released. Ramos will just have to look it up. And then I read more of the story. He profited in the adult film industry for a few years with his reattached organ and made some money. Where are they today? I do not know. You'll have to Google that yourself. But yeah. The Lorena Bobbitt story. I remember the story. If you were in the United States and you were not 10 years old in 93, you would know about this story. The Lorena Bobbitt story. Headlines for weeks. It was just too damn funny. Everybody was talking about it. And then it became the butt of all kinds of jokes for a long time, too. Then it finally ran its course, and people stopped talking about it. But that was, 32 years ago? Holy crap, I'm old. Oh, my gosh. Liz was 4 years old, and she knew about it. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, that was, but I love the part, and I don't remember this part, about them putting it on ice from the 7-Eleven store, and they ironically wrapped the organ in a hot dog bag. I'm sorry, that's just too damn funny. His severed organ, wrapped it in a hot dog bag. That's just too damn funny. 9.5 hours. Okay, so we're going to go on with this story for a little bit longer. How much was there to reattach if it took 9.5 hour operation to do so? It did not have its retracting abilities once it was severed. Random. It doesn't. It doesn't retract or shrink on ice when it's severed. So it's so stupid. Oh my gosh! And she was from like Ecuador or something like that. I don't know what happened to her, but yeah. Oh, boom. Terry coming in with the one-liners there. His organ was tuned with the key of minor. I would say it'd be major if it took 9.5 hours to put it back on. That's a long damn time. Does it take that long to put a finger back on or something? But this, it took 9 hours. Robert, you're not getting in my lap. I know. You're upset you can't get on camera. But I will pet you all the same. How about that? Is that better? You're a good boy. Stay down. Stay down. Nope. He wants to get in my lap again. Delicate work. But yeah, he made money off of that in the end when he got into the adult film industry. And that was in 93, 94. So it wasn't like the internet where you could just look it up and watch these celebrity videos and stuff like that. You had to go hunt it down, go to a questionable store that sold that type of video, either rent it or buy it. And there was you couldn't order it online. So if you really wanted to see those movies of him, you had to put forth some effort and expose yourself in public acquiring that item, that video to take home and watch. Your hip replacement took less time. Exactly. Liz had her whole hip replaced in less time it took to put his organ back on. So yeah, what was it? It was a comedian talking about blow up dolls. And that, today, if you're into that type of thing, you can just order it online. It comes in a box. Nobody knows what you got. You bring it in your house, and you do what you do with it. But back in the 90s, if you were to want to do something like that, he was going on about how you would have to go to the next city over. So you wouldn't run into people sit in the parking lot like a stalker, and then finally go inside and purchase the thing in person, put it back in your car, and then drive it back to back home. See what go for it, man, if that's what you want to do. Lorena Bobbitt is the name that's widely known. His name is John Wayne Bobbitt. Imagine that, John Wayne, the cowboy. Listen here, little lady. You took off my severed organ there, and I'm going to have to get it put back on. I don't know why you threw it into a wheat field. Oh, gosh. Here we go. This is where the fun's going to begin. Ramesh has joined the chat. Yeah, you're late today. You just missed out on a lot of stuff, my friend. You're going to have to replay this and then Google a bunch of stuff. John Wayne Bobbitt. Oh, my gosh. No. I can't tell it again. He'll have to rewatch it. That wasn't bad. The John Wayne thing, I try to do some impersonations. Just like, we could have just talked about it. You didn't have to go along and chop it off and take it down the road, lady. Should have been a cowboy. Oh, that song should have been a cowboy. It's just so stupid. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can pull this thing up real quick. What happened this day in history? There are no pictures of the people. Let's see here. I can get to the store and maybe I can pull it up. There it is. Yeah, there's no images of the people or the severed organ. It's just text of the story that I just read to you. Oh, the surgery's John Wayne Gacy. Oh no. Too many John Waynes out there. Oh my gosh. That is a rude way to wake up. He's sitting there going, "Oh yeah, okay, snip." Just and if that happened to Michael Jackson, it would have been like, "Ooh, ow!" Oh my gosh, I'm having too much fun with this story. But the hot dog wrapper is like takes the top for me. That's the best part of the whole thing. Wrapped it in a hot dog bag. Good gosh. Anyway, let's see here. Let's get a picture of them. And I can pull it up on the screen here. And go to images. Boop. Let's see if I can make this work. I'm trying to get, boop, there she is, if you guys can see her. That is the woman in question that did the chopping. She's the one that did it. And then let's see what this guy looks like. I don't remember what they look like. And I'll pull up an image of that guy. And there he is. So there you go. Those are the two people in question. Be about some Michael Jackson next time I'll play. I gotta work on my Michael Jackson impersonation. All I can do is like, ee-hee. Or every time I die in there, I'll be like, ow! She's the sharps specialist. Oh man. I live 2 blocks away from John Wayne Gacy's old apartment, and I can walk there and prove it. There's your live stream right there, Johnny B. You're like, behind me is the actual location, John Wayne Gacy's old apartment. That's just, man. You know, and then it was the early 90s. It wasn't like, gosh, even in the early 90s and 93, it was still kind of taboo to even talk about stuff like that on television or anything like that. So for a story like this to hit the headlines and stay in the news for a long period of time, yeah, that was something else. Here's just I can change subjects. We only got a few minutes left. I thought this was pretty interesting. A compound of rosemary and sage was turned into an Alzheimer's treatment that boosted memory and cut amyloid. There's a lot of natural things out there that can help too when it comes to medication for treatments of cancer and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. Just like the story about how drinking just black coffee can help you live longer as well. So, you're in Kentucky. You're headed out, huh? On the road again, Willie Nelson. You'll never look at hot dog bag again. You're like, nah, I'll just use a napkin. Okay, there's so many things to pull. There's so many questions behind that story. She knew that she was driving past a 7-Eleven and admitted to throwing out the window in that area. So the cops went out there looking for it. And it had to be large enough to find, but not so large it wouldn't fit in a hot dog bag. Oh, today's going to be a 7 out of 10 day. Ramesh, what's our forecast for today? Is it going to be a good day? Coffee and Budweiser kept your dad alive. How old is your dad, or how old is he now, Liz? So many questions. So little time. Oh, man. I got the... my camera's backwards, so it's hard to point. There. Up there. Right there. That number thing. That's the sub count for the channel. It's an old tablet that I've had laying around doing nothing. So I put it up there to keep the subscriber count visible for everybody. He's almost 73. See, it kind of gets me. These people that are in their 90s today, in their 80s and 90s today, grew up on all the stuff that, today kills you. Right? Plastic bowls and plastic this and plastic that back in the 60s and 70s was even more hazardous than it is today. And these people are living in their 80s and 90s. Right? And then you got, they were smoking, they were drinking, all kinds of stuff, eating things full of preservatives, their whole lives, eating fatty stuff, and yet they still lived to 80, 90. So, I don't know. I'm not worried about microplastics. I'm still using a toothbrush with plastic bristles, and I'm going to eat junk food. So, yeah. Yeah. Live to be 94, healthy as an ox. And I truly believe it's in your genetics. Unless you get hit by a Mack truck, struck by lightning, or shot, stuff like that, something extreme. If you're meant to live to your 90-something, you're going to live to your 90-something. If your body DNA or whatever says this body's only going to last 55 years, then that's all you're going to get. You might be able to stretch it a little bit longer if you eat super healthy, and you might take it back a few years if you eat really junky. But I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I have no proof. It's just a theory of mine. You use a wire brush, Terry, you are a strong SOB. There are exceptions, but if an average person, is going to live how long they're going to live, unless you just do something extreme one way or the other, you might live a few more years longer or a few years less. So, and unfortunately, there's a lot of hereditary stuff. People have, like, heart disease in their family, and it just goes down from generation to generation, and you're not going to live as long. You sandpaper. That's what you use on the backside, sandpaper. Scrub brushed an inmate when I was guard once. We scrub brushed one of our fellow soldiers in basic training that refused to take a shower. We used the toilet brushes on him. He stunk so bad. We all got together, forced him into the shower, and said, "Clean yourself." And he just stood there. Somebody grabbed a toilet brush and started scrubbing him. You've got to get clean. You stink. You're stinking up the whole barracks, dude. But anyway, good times in the Army. It stunk so bad. I don't know why. I guess he thought that was his way of getting out of basic training or something. He didn't want to be there. But it was like, it's a volunteer army. This was back in 94. Nobody forced him to join the Army. He signed the paper, he volunteered, he's in there. And then once he got there, about halfway through, it's 8 weeks for basic. About halfway through, he was just like, I'm not showering anymore. And he wouldn't wash his clothes, his uniforms. He just completely stunk. The drill sergeant finally made him wash his uniform because it looked bad. But he didn't really get onto him about the smell, which was kind of weird. I don't know. Random. Where's Ramesh? Is he going to give us his forecast for the day? I hope you didn't get mad for me not explaining the story to him. But it is National Pink Day, Liz. So you can talk about that in your live streams as well today. Be rocking the pink like you always do. That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, it's almost time. I got a couple minutes left. That's gross. It is gross. It's... I don't know. This is the same guy that smuggled food out of the mess hall in his cargo pockets and ate it in the barracks later at night. Yep. He wrapped food up in napkins, stuffed it in his cargo pockets of his uniform, and he would be over there just eating, like, pizza and stuff. If he got KP duty, he had to work in the, cleaning the kitchen for the day or whatever. He was just wrapping stuff up, throwing it in his cart. He had all kinds. He's like, "You want some?" I was like, "No, I don't. No, I don't want that. It's old. It's been in your pocket. You stink. I'm not gonna eat that. That's all yours, buddy. It's all yours. You can have it all you want. I am not gonna stop you, my friend. Just knock yourself out." A very strange person. That was my real first exposure to because I grew up in a small town, so I wasn't exposed to a lot of weirdos until I got in the army, and I'm like, what have I got myself into, and who are these weird people? But anyway, just one of those life experiences you have growing up. But anyway, it's time for me to go. Thank you guys for liking and watching and sharing and subscribing and having fun with me. If you can, wear something pink today. It's National Pink Day. I don't have anything pink. My face is kind of pinkish. That'll work. But anyway, guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again either tonight or tomorrow. Bye, guys.